One. Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies with Nerd is the New Bully. I'm your host, Leroy, with my co-host.
This is Eli.
Yep, and we're back with another episode. And if you were with us last episode, we had a special movie review episode. But now we are back to basics. We are back to what we normally do. And it's going to be a great episode where we got a bunch of shit that we're going to try to run through because a lot of stuff happened this week, which was kind of weird.
Yeah?
Yeah, but we're going to try to run through it as much as possible. First thing before we get to that, Eli, I just want to take some stuff that's going around in Mississippi. Nothing to do with nerd shit, just want to bring it up. This week is the Mississippi State Fair, and today it ended. For those listening to it, it ended yesterday. But anyway, Eli, I'm so glad it ended.
Oh, is that why, your profile picture was you by, the carnival or something?
Yeah. Yeah, I changed my profile picture in 3 years. So, yeah, so that was a big round of applause for me to do that.
You look thrilled in the picture.
It was hot as fuck out there, man. It's Mississippi.
Oh, damn, really? It snowed here.
Yeah, it was hot as shit outside. I was wiping sweat off my head when I took the picture. That's why. But the main reason I'm glad it's gone because, like I said, the fair, you spend a shitload of money on the fair, which I'm glad I'm gone. Spending a shitload of money on food you don't need to be eating anyway because it's bad as fuck. Cotton candy, chicken on a stick, funnel cake, shit you don't need to be eating, but you keep spending all this money that you don't need to be spending on stuff like that. And it really hurts me, Eli, because I stay right next to the fair. So when I come home, I can smell the fair food stepping out of the car. I'm like, this shit is torture, So I got no choice but to go down there and get some fair food. That's why I'm just glad it finally ended, so we can just be done with it. And it's really screwing me up because remember I kept telling you I'm trying to, I ordered my Black Panther outfit, right?
Oh, you're trying to slim down, huh?
Yeah, trying to get into the Black Panther. If I can't get there, eating funnel cakes and, chicken on a stick and stuff, Oh, I bought a cool ass helmet too. I want everybody to check both the YouTube Comic Book Bullies. Yes, we're doing a self plug. Comic Book Bullies YouTube page and our Messenger profile page. I'm gonna do a quick profile of what the mask look like. Awesome. Check that out. You're gonna see it. Eli, you want to add anything?
It snowed here today, which pissed me off. I hate it when it snows before daylight savings times. So,
oh damn! When is daylight saving time?
Next month. They keep making it later.
Right, but it's still getting darker outside.
Yeah. I wish they would just stop doing let us fall back, and then stop.
Right. I mean, it's coming whether we like it or not. So.
Yeah, just give me my extra hour and leave it alone.
Oh, Eli, before we get to the show, I want to make sure I clear up some stuff that we got into on Facebook. That post was not about you.
Oh, yeah, I kind of gathered.
Honestly, for those that don't know what's going on, I'm going to just make a quick post about that because like I said, I don't watch football. So when I finally decided to watch football, I decided to watch the Giants and Eagles game. And I was watching Eli Manning just getting destroyed on the field, fumbles, tackles, sacks, interceptions. And I remember this guy won 2, Super Bowl MVPs, and he's playing like this. These guys playing like garbage. So I made the post. Eli is garbage. And then when you made your post, I oh shit, I didn't even think about what I just said.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, what did Leroy see hear one of my bands or something?
I saw some leaked footage of you playing on. And the funny thing is, people that know about the podcast was in on the joke, so they kept making other stuff like that. So they just started naming other Eli people, like Eli Whitney, who made the Cotton Gin, and Eli Roth, and the book.
Yeah,
of Eli.
I saw a clip with Eli Roth and shit.
Yeah. So I thought it was kind of funny too because they were in on the joke. And the thing about it, Eli, you got to remember, see. Eli Manning and Peyton Manning and all the Mannings are royalty in Mississippi. So saying Eli is down here is pretty much like saying Beyonce.
Oh, okay.
It's because because they're just that big a deal in Mississippi. So it's
well, yeah. Growing up with the name Eli, it's not a very common name. So.
I didn't think it was either until people start naming all those Eli. And I'm like, damn, there are a lot of Eli's out there.
Yeah, they're not. Never used to be. I mean, teachers or every year in school, the teacher would mispronounce my name, Ellie, Ely, Elias. Because my my full name is Elias. You know, Elias. You know,
Right.
as in the angel from the Bible or some Bible shit. But
Oh, cool.
but yeah, Elias, Ellie. Like they never pronounce my name right. Yeah.
Okay, I was wondering about that. So yeah, so yeah, your name is not as uncommon as you think it is now. So
Yeah, there's a lot more of us now.
just feel good about it that your name you share the name with the MVP, your Super Bowl MVP. Who do I share my name with? That bullshit
Jenkins?
ass that bullshit ass 80s kung fu blaxploitation movie.
Oh yeah,
The Last
Last
Dragon.
Dragon?
Right. And everybody always keep making fun of that movie every time they see me. I remember growing up and every time it came on HBO, I knew every time it came on HBO without even having HBO. If people just come up and start quoting the movie to me, have you seen that movie, The Last Dragon? Yes, motherfucker, I've seen the movie. You don't have to quote the movie to me. I know the movie. So, anyway, can we get to the show?
Yeah.
Okay. Pass the bullshit. Let's get right to the show. So, what we're going to do is get right in. For those new to the podcast, what we normally do is getting to the box office numbers, and we're going to show the box office numbers right now. Eli, give it to me. What was the box office numbers again by a wide margin with nobody else close to it?
Ooh, Venom.
Venom. What the fuck?
Yeah. People like Venom. Seems
People
like.
really like Venom. Like, what the fuck? I mean, you thinking it was going to be like a drop off, right? Let's look at these numbers. Let's dig in. So it had a 55.5% drop off, which actually is actually pretty damn good. You know, most movies
That's
have
not bad.
a bigger drop off. Like I said, it was 80 last week. Then it was 35, which is actually about decent what you expect, especially since it hit number one again. So it's a runaway train. I didn't look at the numbers real quick, but I think excuse me, fair food. Okay. I think it's 375 million right now worldwide. And that's the thing about Venom, because Sony didn't spend a lot of money on this movie. It's like very low. So at this point right now, they're getting pure profit. And any more money they make on this movie is pure profit. This is a win for Sony. And people trying to figure out why people saying this movie is a win when Justice League wasn't a win, even though Justice League technically was tracking higher and Venom probably won't make as much money as Justice League. It doesn't have to. That's how the box office numbers work. Justice League, like, it cost them like $300 million to make production alone, not counting the other shit they had to put in there. Venom is easy money. They just crank that shit out and that's it. You know.
Yeah.
And Eli, I think that's where they're gonna go with these movies now. I think they're going to put less and less money into these superhero movies. Like, look at the Joker. That shit looks cheap as fuck.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
yeah,
it may be a good movie. I'm just saying it don't look like they're spending $300 million on Joker. You know.
Yeah. Or, you know, fucking 10 million of the budget is going to Robert Downey Jr.
Right.
You know?
You know, to finance his yacht or something, or his weekend. Yeah. You know. So, and that's the way they're going. I mean, I've been hearing rumors also like Captain Marvel. They said that's probably going to be one of Marvel's like budget wise, like lowest budgeted movies that they're coming out with. You know, it won't be like a $200 million movie. And so, and you got to think about it. I mean, you don't have anybody like Samuel Jackson is probably going to be the highest paid actor in that movie. You're not going to, even though Brie Larson won an Oscar, fuck an Oscar means in nowadays, you know, it's whether you put butts in the seats. That's all that matters, you know. And we will see. Like I said, if the movie is a smash hit and a runaway success like they know about it, she'll get her money. That's how this works. So what else we got? Number 2, Star is Born, Lady Gaga, which had an even lower drop off, which is 34.7%. I'm not gonna look into Lady Gaga's box office number because I really don't give a shit. Number 3, we have The First Man, Ryan Gosling. Yep. So Eli, I'm gonna make a confession. I don't think I've ever seen a Ryan Gosling movie.
Really? You never seen Drive?
Oh, I saw half of it. Honestly, I fell asleep on the movie. I'm sorry. I know everybody say it's like some kind of art house classic. I'm like, man, this shit boring as fuck, man. Did it get
It's brutal, man. He gets really violent and brutal at the end, man. Yeah, he goes off. That's some middle ass shit.
I couldn't wait that long. I was just like, nothing is fucking happening. Did he even talk in the movie?
I don't know, but he like hammers the fuck out of people and
I didn't make it that far into the movie. That must have been like later on or something, you know, so I couldn't get into it. Okay, I did see The Notebook, but I'm not going to count The Notebook.
I didn't see The Notebook.
Because the Notebook was Ryan Gosling before he was Ryan Gosling. You know? That's like saying Young Hercules. You can't count Young Hercules as a Ryan Gosling show, even
Oh,
though
I saw that one with Russell Crowe. What was that one with him and Russell Crowe, the Shane Black movie?
The Nice Guys.
The Nice Guys. I saw that. That wasn't bad.
Was it? Okay, I didn't see it.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Yeah.
I take it
Buddy
back.
Cops.
I take it back. There was another Ryan Gosling movie I did see. And I think it was Crazy Stupid Love. Was that the movie?
I didn't see that.
Okay. It was Steve Carell and Emma Stone, and the only thing I remember about that movie is Ryan Gosling taking his shirt off. I don't know why I remember that. That's just weird.
Wasn't he in that musical? What's that musical that
La
was
La
big?
Land. Remember
La La Land.
Yeah, remember I trashed that movie a while ago, but we're not gonna go back there. So it won an Oscar. He won Oscars
Was
left
it?
and right.
Was he in that?
Yeah, he was like the star.
'Cause I didn't see it, but I heard
Yeah, I mean it won an Oscar, so it must have done something. I don't know. Anyway, past that. Number 4, Goosebumps 2, Haunted Halloween. I guess I don't know. More Halloween crap coming out. Number 5, we have Smallfoot. Number 6.
Oh shit, that's still there.
Still hanging in there. It's getting its money. Number 6, we have Night School, the Kevin Hart movie. Okay. Number 7, Bad Times at the El Royale.
Is that out already?
It is out.
Damn.
Yeah.
Number 7, huh?
Number 7. It debuted at number 7, so it didn't. It's not a barn burner, But honestly, it looks interesting.
Yeah, I want to see it. I'd like to see that.
Yeah. So number 8, we have The House with the Clock in Its Walls.
Oh, wow, that's still
hanging in there. Eli Roth is getting his money. Your namesake.
there we go.
And number 9, we have The Hate U Give. I think did it debut? No. The last week it debuted. Okay. And
Is that one of those
yeah,
protest movies?
yeah, it's like a Black Lives Matter movie. I don't know, that girl from the Hunger Games. I don't know. Everybody trying to make her a big thing, so we'll see if she survives next year. I don't know. Number 10, we have A Simple Favor. Like I said, the Hot White Chicks movie. So yeah, that's the box office numbers. This sounds pretty good so far. Venom is a runaway success. Everybody thought The First Man was going to take down Venom. No, Ryan Gosling just don't have it in to take down Venom. So I don't know.
And that looked good until I heard people were saying it's really slow and boring.
That's what I heard too. It looked interesting, but they said it was slow and boring also. Even though they said they painted Neil Armstrong as like a tragic figure, like they saw the backstory behind him and stuff like that, and they're like, you really feel his pain. I mean, because you got to think about it, what they were doing at the time. They were the first person to go into space, and the chance of them even coming back alive was slim to none. So it was technically a suicide mission, and they got to explain it to their family. So that's some hard shit to, that makes some good drama, conflict.
Yeah.
So pretty cool. Yeah, like I said, well, that was some good stuff right there. Eli, where can we keep going for Nick? Like I said, we got a lot of stuff we got to blow through.
We better get into this shit.
Yeah, let's get into it.
You watch some TV?
I did watch some TV.
We all watch some TV.
We all watch TV. Before we get to that, let's start with the bullshit that happened about TV, and let's start with Iron Fist.
Okay.
Let's just get Iron Fist.
I did not watch that TV.
And guess what, Eli? You don't have to. Not anymore.
Well, cool.
Not anymore. It no longer matters what happens on this show. The reason it no longer matters what happens to Iron Fist, because Iron Fist has been canceled from Netflix. Done. Finito. Out of here. So yeah. So for the 5 of you fans that are sad about this, my condolences. Honestly, I thought this show fucking sucked. That's just me. It wasn't.
Yeah, I didn't finish it, so because I thought it sucked. I didn't even finish it.
Right.
So.
Now, people are saying that season 2 was much, 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 much better. Maybe it was. I mean, season 1 sucked so bad, anything could be an improvement, So I actually watched season 2, and I thought it was an improvement. It went from being complete shit to slightly watchable. That's what I thought. I didn't even finish the last episode. I think something happened, or I fell asleep, or I got a phone call, or I went to work. I don't know. And I never went. Oh, no. Spider-Man came out. That's what happened.
Oh.
And I never went back. And so I just never cared to even finish it because it felt like a chore to even watch season 2. Even though it was an improvement over season 1, it felt like a chore to watch. And I'm like, why am I spending all my time watching this shit when I could be doing something else?
Yeah.
Reading a comic or something, anything. You know, I don't feel like sitting here just watching a show that I gotta, suffer through, or even, I gotta go watch Iron Fist. Why? That's not why you should be watching TV shows.
Yeah, that's how I felt about The Punisher, which was really sad.
Right. So yeah, we can't wait to review season 2.
Yeah, like really. Well, maybe the next episode will be better.
Right.
Like, well, okay, I get it. Character development, I get it. Okay, we're building drama. Well, maybe the next episode will be better. And then, okay, well, we're 4 episodes in. He's got to shoot somebody now, right? This is the Punisher, right?
Right. No, they got to get into the gun debate.
Yeah.
Is Punisher doing the right thing?
Yeah, I mean, he can't try to fuck Micro's wife the whole show, right? He's got to shoot. This is the Punisher I'm watching, right?
Right. Let's make the show about that. Let's fix Microchip's wife's car or something.
Yeah. Oh man, bad shit.
Netflix, and that's the thing, Eli. Honestly, Iron Fist to me was so bad it fucked up all the other Netflix shows, because it felt like, I felt like the shows other than Daredevil, which was great, like awesome. Yeah. And like I said, season 3 actually comes out like next week. We're not gonna do a special show because I don't have the energy in me to do another special show. But as far as Iron Fist, I feel like the other shows were kind of cool and were there, but Iron Fist was so bad it drug all of them down. I think Iron Fist, the character, single-handedly tanked Defenders, because you got Daredevil, cool, Luke Cage, cool, Jessica Jones, cool, and they got that lame ass little brother hanging around with him, just like, no, he fucks the whole thing up. No matter of bad writing where you can make fun of how lame he is gonna fix this, because so much of the show was focused just around him
and how shitty he can't fight.
Right. I'm the mortal Iron Fist. We don't care. We get it. But Eli, can I give you
the Iron Fist that doesn't punch anybody? Yeah.
Right. He brags about it all the time. He didn't punch anybody. And so, but can I give you, since the show is over, no one cares anymore. Can I give you a spoiler what happened in the last episode?
Sure.
Okay. Fuck it. Who cares? Spoiler for the 3 of you who even care. We're gonna just spoil the ending of Iron Fist if anybody really cares. Basically, what happens at the end of Iron Fist, and honestly, I didn't even see it, but I heard about it, so I'm just tell you what I heard. Colleen Wing becomes the new Iron Fist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I actually, because she was, to me, was the shining star of that show. I was like,
yeah, why not?
I got to suffer through this shit, but I like her in the show. But I got to suffer through the show just to get to her. So at the end of the last episode, she takes the Iron Fist from him and becomes a new Iron Fist.
Does she beat his ass and take it? That's what should happen.
Well, somebody else beats his ass, and she beats the guy that beats his ass to get it, or some shit. I don't know. I didn't see the shit. I don't know. She got it. Anyway, she's the new Iron Fist. They thought season 3 was going to set up her being Iron Fist and continue her arc, but nope, not going to happen. Done. So there are some rumors about what may or may not happen with Iron Fist. People are thinking that, because like you said, Disney has a new streaming show service coming out. When we didn't talk about this, Jon Favreau, the Mandalorian.
Oh yeah.
We just talked about it. Okay, moving past. Can we try to limit as much Star Wars talk as we can before we ignite anything? Like I said, people are thinking that Disney is going to pick up Iron Fist and put it on their new streaming platform. I'm like, no, they're not gonna do that. They're trying to sell people on their new streaming platform. Why would they put a show on there no one gives a shit about, other than like 3 or 4 people? That was a half-ass show to begin with. Now, because this Mandalorian show, they're putting money behind this, like money behind it. They're putting Disney money behind this shit.
Money and talent.
Like, I saw the director's list. I know you saw it also, Eli. Like, these are like some talented directors that get like, oh, he's doing this episode. He's doing an episode. She's doing an episode. Okay, I'm excited. I'm interested.
Yeah.
You can't have that and then have Iron Fist after that. It doesn't work that way. No, they're trying to sell people on this shit. So what they're saying, and it's not even a rumor, they kind of confirmed this, that Netflix is saying that Iron Fist will pop up in other TV shows. And that's the shit that pissed me off. Because I know he's not going to be Jessica Jones, because he don't have shit to do with Jessica Jones. he may pop up in Daredevil, but Daredevil is so good, they're like, we don't need you, Iron Fist, go the fuck away. So you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna try to throw his ass in Luke Cage.
Yeah, Power Man.
Right, and fuck that show up. I'm like,
that one episode he was in.
One episode was cool.
Good.
I'll give it to you. That one episode was cool, but one. That's all I want.
It wasn't just Iron Fist. The Wu-Tang song.
The Wu-Tang song cool. Also, but all I want is one episode. He can be in there for a little while, say some Zen bullshit, and take his ass back to wherever the fuck he came from. I don't want him in every other episode. Hey, Luke Cage, where we going? Where you want to go, Luke Cage? You want to team up? Huh? You want to do that? I don't want his ass there. Go away. You already fucked up one show, your own. Don't come over here and fuck up another show I like. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about, but he was in the comic. He wrote for hire. They should. No, don't fuck up my other show that I like. Keep your ass away. Go somewhere. Like shit. Carleen Wing is cool. She can be in 2 episodes. Not you. You're +1. She's the one.
And she's the Iron Fist now.
And she's the Iron Fist now. So if you have the Iron Fist, bring her. Where's Danny? Oh, I don't know. He's gone.
Yeah, because the one chick Luke Cage hasn't fucked yet.
Right. But he will. Coffee, anyone? So yeah, that's what's up. So yeah, Iron Fist, whatever. Who gives a fuck? Next on the list, what we got? Oh yeah, now we can talk about. Well, actually, we talked about Netflix. We can talk about some other streaming services. For those that have been curious about what's going on with DC Universe Online, the app service, yes, Titans is out. And what has happened is that they don't do like Netflix, where they drop an entire season off one time and just like blam, there you go. You got 2 days to watch it before we spoil everything. No, they didn't do that. They dropped one episode. The pilot episode. That's it. So how they're going to do it is going to roll out every week is going to be a new episode. I think it's like 10, 13, something like that. They've already had the name of the episodes. But
that's cool. Yeah.
That's cool. So you don't have to, because the thing is with these Netflix shows, you have to watch everything as fast as possible because if you wait, that shit will be spoiled for you on the internet. You know, this you can just watch one episode, let it sink in. You know what you just saw.
Enjoy it.
Right.
Yeah.
Not try to burn through as many shows. Right.
You know.
Because I actually watched the episode twice, to sound like pick apart, see what I like, see what I didn't like, stuff like that. And I'm gonna tell you about the show. Like I said, I've been saving my opinion about this show online. Because I've been trying to sit back and just see what everybody else is saying. I'm hearing wide opinions about it. Now, Eli, what I think about this show is that I actually really liked it.
No shit.
Yeah, like not even like it was half-ass passable entertainment. I was like, this was a good, solid first episode.
No shit, because you were prepared to shit all over it. You had your dick out, ready to pee all over the place.
Yeah, I was ready. I was ready for it. But then I saw the show and saw everything in context and how it played out. And I was just like, damn. Like I said, I watched this show. I watched this first episode 3 times. Like, really, really let it sink in. Really let it, starting to break down some stuff. Like, okay, I didn't catch it the first time. I saw it this time. And I saw what the direction they were going with it. I'm going to give you I'm going to just give you a quick spoiler and just give you a plot summary of what happened in the first episode. So, basically, and like you said, how the show is super dark, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I said, Teen Titans is not really a dark show. But the angle they're going for it, at least in this first episode, it made sense. For instance, like the first episode was really focused on Raven. Now, for those that have read the comics or seen anything about Raven, you know that she's the daughter of the devil, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the first episode is about either these Satan worshipers or this Jesus freaks chasing after her, trying to kill her. One of them. They really hadn't cleared who's trying to kill her, but basically trying to capture her and stuff like that. So she's on the run. And Dick Grayson, here's the thing about Dick Grayson. He's a cop in Detroit. He actually gave up being Robin. He's no longer Robin. He's just a cop. He's just chilling.
Okay.
But the thing is, in the episode, is that there's this guy that he was trying to arrest, but somehow he found a loophole in the system, and he got out. He was beaten. He was abusing his kid. He runs drugs, he runs guns, does all this stuff like that. But anyway, he's paid with the right people, can't get caught. So he's like, okay, Dick Grayson can't catch this guy. The police can't do anything with him. Fuck it, I'm Robin. I'm just gonna go after his ass. And here's the funny thing about it. Remember the fuck Batman line?
Yeah.
It actually makes sense in context when you watch the show.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what happens. Because, like I said, he finds that guy that can't be touched by the police, anything like that. He catch him doing a drug deal in back alley, like you seen on the commercial stuff like that. So Robin just pops out of nowhere. He's like, look, I just want this guy. Everybody else, get the fuck out of here. I don't care what you do. I just want that guy right there. So when all the bad guys and drug dealers see Robin, they look the other direction. They ignore him. Where's Batman? Oh shit, Batman's on the way. So they completely forget he's even there because they're thinking Batman's about to come down and kick their ass. So then when they just ignore him and turn their back on him, point the guns in another direction, that's when Robin starts, throwing batarangs, Robin rings, and start fucking people. And the fight scene was fucking brutal, but it was awesome. And actually, Robin doesn't really kill anybody. Now he fucks them up. I'll give you that. He fucks them up, but he doesn't really kill anybody in there. So when he's shooting, they kind of angle it differently. He's kind of just shooting in the air, when that scene you saw. So he doesn't actually shoot anybody. And then afterwards, when he kicks everybody's ass, then he just looks around and see everybody beating the fuck up. Then that's when he says, fuck Batman. So it makes more sense when he says it then, because like, oh, I don't need Batman. I can fuck you guys up myself, And then go into more deeper details about that. Basically, Dick Grayson is in an area of his life where he's trying to find himself.
So because in the trailer it sounded like he was just mad at Batman, like fuck Batman, he stole my cookies or something.
Right? Yeah. It's not that simple. It's a little more.
He's just dismissing. He's like basically dismiss Batman.
Right. Basically,
away with Batman.
Right. Because he's trying to find his own identity. That's the where he's at in his life right now. He's trying to find his own identity. Yeah. And the funny thing about it that I actually like it, I didn't catch it on the first watch, but I watched on the second watch. That when Dick Grayson, after he beats the fuck out of these people, it's caught on camera. So he goes back to the Detroit Police Department and his superior officer or chief or whatever, they're all watching Robin beat the shit out of these guys in the alley. And they're like, oh shit, these costume crime fighters are coming to Detroit. We need to stop them because you know what happens when these crazy ass vigilantes come to the city. They're going to try to turn us into Gotham. You know how it happens. First, the costume creators come, and then you get killer clowns. Then you get plant ladies. Then you get steroid freak brains, Bane. It's only a matter of time before it happens. Riddle guys, stuff like that. So, get Grayson. I want you to lead a task force to get Robin out of my city. So it gets a little bit deeper than that. I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. So it makes Dick Grayson think like, do I even need to be Robin? He's having that conflict in himself right now because he's trying to figure himself out. Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool. And like I said, Raven, and then that's why he gets contact with Raven, because the whole show is really about Dick Grayson and Raven, So Raven, she's on the run from these Satan worshipers, shit like that. She's like, oh, they're gonna kill me, so I'm gonna just do some stupid shit to get arrested. And that's how she ends up in the police station with Dick Grayson. And everybody knows Dick Grayson, always looks after, troubled kids. That's his thing. So they give the case to Raven and talk, and that's how they meet up and team and stuff like that. Now, let's get to Starfire. Like I said, all that bullshit right there. Let's get to Starfire right there. I don't really know what they're doing with Starfire because
was she on the show?
She was on the show. Yeah. She has she's like the B story. Raven and Dick are like the main story. She's like the B story. So she has her own thing going on. She's actually like in another country. She's in Austria doing her thing. Okay. But she has amnesia. So if she wake up, she doesn't know who she is, where she's from. Now, like I said, in the comics, her name is Princess Coriander or something like that. So when Starfire wakes up, she just pulls out this driver's license, looking in the mirror, and it says Corey Anders. Play on words, stuff like that. So, they're trying to play that. So she don't know who she is, where she was. Apparently, people saying, "Oh, she looks like a prostitute. She looks like she did." I think that's the point. I think she is a prostitute on the show, with the way they played her like a high class prostitute. So, and then, like I said, at the end of it, she talks to these drug dealers, stuff like that, and then somehow they shoot her, but that's when she turned her Starfire powers on like that. Now that's when it's saying like, oh, she should have been orange, like that. Whenever she powers up, that's when she goes orange.
Okay.
She looked comic accurate, stuff like that. And you don't really know what direction she's going, because as she kills all these guys in here, she picks up Raven's picture and she just looks at it and then walks out the room. So you don't know if she's coming to help Raven, coming to kill Raven. They don't give any backstory on her, stuff like that. And I don't know if they're going to change up her backstory and story or not. Because, like I said, in the comics, Starfire is an alien. Yeah. But here's something that I caught on the third time watching this show. So, like I said, when they first showed Starfire, there's a certain song playing. I didn't chance to look up who sang it. But remember the song "Heaven Must Be Missing an Angel"?
I don't think so.
You know that. You gonna make me sing it? I'll sing
Sure,
it.
yeah.
Fuck it. Heaven must be missing an angel. That song.
Nope.
Fuck. You can make me do that shit for no fucking reason. That's gonna be the last fucking song on this episode, just because of you, Eli. Okay. So anyway, it's making me think that they're changing your story. Like I said, they already playing up the religion aspect very heavily on the show. It's making me think that maybe they're gonna change Starfire from an alien and maybe make her an angel.
Okay.
Maybe. Like I said, I don't know. We'll see. But overall, yeah, I give the first episode a 4 out of 5. Like I said, good, solid episode. Not you got to stop everything you're doing and go watch this show, because I know plenty of you have bootlegged this show already. I already know you have. Fire stick fucks, you know. But anyway, like I said, good, solid show. If you get your hands on it, definitely sit down and watching things like that. So that's all I got with.
I think it's supposed to come to Netflix, isn't it?
It's coming to Netflix overseas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So anybody that's not in the United States, they can watch the show.
Well, damn.
Yeah. So, and my computer crashed, so I don't know where we're going to go with next. But, oh, yeah. Can I talk about some TV shows now?
Yeah, well, you still are.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, actual, like, network TV shows now. Okay. So, like I said, this week, CW brought back some of their shows came back. Not all of them, but a few of them came back. And I'm just going to briefly talk about them. Like I said, we had The Flash Season 5 premiere. With Nora. Now, Eli, have you heard anything about what's going on with the beginning of season 5?
No, I'm behind. I started watching last season, but then I ran into the crossover episodes. I was like, okay, I gotta go back and start watching the other shows.
Find out what happened in
and then I yeah, and then I got lost in that hole and never finished.
That's the thing. Like these episodes, and that's the thing. Like. When you really think about it, in season 5 of The Flash, this show has become very convoluted, very heavy. Like, if you haven't been keeping up with it, it can be confusing. Because they're throwing everything, multiverse, time travel, all that bullshit is in there. So
yeah, they're like going to Earth, whatever, Earth 2, Earth 42 on the reg now.
Yeah, they've been through all that shit. He's been to the Speed Force, came back, been to the future, past. He just fucks up the timeline so much he didn't care anymore. He just does whatever he feels like it. Yeah. Cisco and what's her face like go on dates in the multiverse now. Like, right, he's got a girlfriend in the multiverse, and she's trying to get him over there, and they have a long distance relationship. It's all kind of crazy shit.
Yeah.
So anyway, what happened in the
multiple dimensions? Yeah,
right,
relationship like multiple dimension relationships.
Right, like, and they like multiple dimensions Skype each other and shit. You know, like they figured out a way to do that. You know. So anyway, so what happened in the first episode is. There's this character named Nora pops up. Now, Nora in the show is Barry and Iris' daughter from the future.
Okay. Yeah.
So, guess what? She fucked up the timeline. Just
it's your kids, Marty.
Right.
It's got a bunch of kids.
They actually make a Back to the Future joke in there. But Iris didn't get it. She thinks it's a Terminator joke. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So, she's in the past. And she's just like, I fucked up the timeline, help me get back, stuff like that. But like, I'm gonna give you a spoiler about what happened. Let's go a little bit deeper in that. So it turns out she can go back to the future anytime she feels like it. She's purposely staying here for a reason. And she tells Barry why she's here. Now, this actually is a callback to the pilot episode, the very first episode of The Flash. At the very end of that episode, and they never showed against the episode, they show in a newspaper clipping in 2024 where Flash disappears. You know.
Oh, okay.
Right. It's happened in the very first episode. So Nora tells, Barry, she shows him the newspaper clipping in 2024. He's never seen it before. She saw it the first time. And then she rewinds it 25 years later after that newspaper clipping. She's like, you never came back. I've never met you. I don't know who you are. And you're like, and see Barry thinking he raised her the entire time, through the episode, but he realized, oh shit, I was never there for my daughter, So instead of sending her back, they just keep a secret to themselves. He's like, okay, you're gonna help me fuck up the timeline again, so I can live and raise you, like the daughter, like a father I should have been to begin with. So that's pretty much the storyline they're going for the rest of the season. So.
Okay.
So I thought it was pretty cool. Thought it was pretty clever. She's pretty cool. It's funny because the actress playing Nora, their daughter, is actually older than the actor playing Barry and Iris.
Oh, really?
Yeah, remember Mork and Mindy?
Oh, yeah.
Remember when John Withers showed up like on season 3 or something? Like old as fuck and he was their
Yeah.
son?
Yeah, he was like, came out of an egg. He hatched out of an egg.
Right. So it's not that bad. It's not that bad. She's actually, and the funny thing is, you can tell she's putting on like a fake baby voice to make herself sound younger.
Okay.
So I thought that was pretty cool also. But yeah, I thought there was going to be another. There's a TV trope called Cousin Oliver. Now the cousin Oliver trope is when you get into like the season 4 or season 5 of your TV show, then you start adding in relatives and stuff like that. Anybody remembers the Cosby Show? Remember Olivia? That's a Cousin Oliver. You know, Leonardo DiCaprio on Growing Pains, all this stuff like that. So she's a Cousin Oliver, but I like her on the show. So we'll see where it goes from there.
Cool.
Yeah. What did the show get? Oh, I'm sorry, I got to keep talking. Okay, so we're gonna talk about Black Lightning also. Black Lightning also came in. Like I said, it had a short season last year, so this time it's giving a full season like the rest of them and stuff like that. And really cool episode to begin of. It had a whole lot of action. They were cramming a whole bunch of stuff. A lot of black topics in there. Black Lives Matter. They really went there. Even said the N-word in one episode. Like, okay, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. You know. One thing about Black Lightning that kind of annoys me on that show, that kind of gets on my nerves, and it's every time doing a fight scene, they like to play 70s and 80s era R&B during the fight scenes.
During the fight scenes?
During the fight scenes. It's confusing. It's confusing. My black brain is confusing for me. For instance, I see these death matches and I see these knives and, you know, death throws and stuff like that. And they're doing all these superpowers and stuff like that. And then you hear Parliament Funkadelic in the background. And my mind doesn't register that this scene is, you know, tense and, you know, high stakes. I want to, you know, I'm thinking of a barbecue, you know. I'm thinking of the electric slide. I'm thinking of the two-step, you know. I'm thinking about slow jamming with a girl right now. I'm not thinking about how you know, death-defying these scenes are right now. You know, I hear flashlight, woo, 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 you know, while they're fighting. I'm like, come on, man. I was hoping they would change that in season 1, but they seem like they doubled down on it in season 2. Got Kool in the Gang playing in the background with, you know, characters getting killed and shit. Like, okay, Black Lightning, we get it, you know. But, hey, Steve's back. Oh, shit. I may be missing something, but fuck it. I think it's another show that came on. Oh, yeah. Eli, you almost made me forget.
Yeah?
Doctor Who.
Yeah, Doctor Who.
Yeah, you can join in on this. Okay.
I could, yeah.
Okay, so, like I said, Doctor Who, season 11. I think season 11. If I fucked up, oh well, y'all can eat us alive. But anyway, Doctor Who came on, and like I said, it's a female Doctor Who. It's the first time it's ever happened in this history of the show, and 80 some odd years has been on or whatever. And Eli, what did you think about the episode?
I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
I wish it was a very first episode, a very first new version of Doctor Who episode where he's trying to, or she is trying to figure out who she is.
Trying to assume her gender.
Yeah. You know, getting used to her new body and where she is. And I noticed something. I noticed how it's like they purposely gave her all these extra obstacles to overcome. You know, she didn't have her TARDIS. She didn't have her sonic screwdriver. She could barely remember anything. And it's like they gave her these
trope again.
Yeah, they gave her all these extra, you know, hurdles to jump over just to prove that that this new character could handle them. And I thought that was done very well. You know, like, okay, this isn't the Doctor Who that we're used to, but it's still the Doctor Who that can solve the problems and overcome these different hurdles and stuff like that.
Right.
So, I thought that was the statement they were trying to make, you know. But other than that, I thought it was Doctor Who. It was, you know, begins with a mystery. What the fuck is going on? We don't know. And then slowly we start figuring it out. And that's the thing about Doctor Who is like where the episode begins and where it ends is like totally different destinations.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You really got to pay attention to watching Doctor Who because like you start out, yeah, here in the closet, and then next thing you know, you're on a planet with dinosaurs. Like what the fuck was this? Did I just watch?
Yeah, it's it's not Iron Fist. You have to pay attention. Yeah,
Yeah.
I noticed that on Doctor Who also. It's more a smarter fan base, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, they're just really wild rides. Each episode is like that, just a wild ride where the destination. It's all about the destination and how you get to that,
right,
to the denouement at the end of the.
Right, and there's always one little bitty thing that was presented earlier in the episode that will, the Doctor will use to, fix the episode at the end. If you miss it, you're gonna be like, wait, what happened? Wait, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and now what I thought about the episode, like I said, the plot line was a typical Doctor Who plot line we've seen before. We've seen these episodes before if you're familiar with the show. Now, like I said, these shows, I've always rated my Doctor Who episodes depending on the Doctor. Some Doctors I like, some Doctors I don't like. Matt Smith I like, David Tennant I like. That last Doctor, the one before this one, I did not like. That's when I stopped watching the show because I don't like that Doctor, So they got a new Doctor here, and honestly, because it was so many people in the show, like so many companions that the Doctor had. At first, watching the show, it felt like the Doctor was another one of the companions. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, when is the Doctor going to show up? Like, give me a Doctor, somebody, But I give a credit to her. The longer the episode went on, the more doctor-y, she became.
Yeah. I thought she was fine. I mean, I didn't have an issue with her.
Yeah, she grew on me. She grew on me as the episode went on. At first, I felt like she was blending in too much with everybody else. She wasn't sticking out. But the more the episode went on, and I guess the more she started figuring out who she was, the more she started to stick out. The more she became the Doctor, the sonic screwdriver, and started figuring out and started having the erratic speech pattern. Because that's what the Doctor is. The Doctor had these erratic speech pattern that makes the Doctor seem weird. And the more the show went on, the weirder she started getting. I was like, okay, you're starting to become the Doctor now, And then after they beat the monster, stuff like that, then she started wearing the weird ass, Doctor Who clothes, but her own style. I'm like, okay, that's a Doctor. That is a Doctor right there. I see that. And then they tease it at the end. Okay, let's go get my TARDIS, because you can't be the Doctor without the TARDIS. The TARDIS is more famous than the Doctor is. But they put that stinger out when she went to go get the TARDIS. Then I won't spoil it, but anyway, it's set up for episode 2.
I was like, damn, I gotta see the new episode.
Exactly, because you like, I want to see the TARDIS.
Oh shit! I was like, damn, man, now I gotta watch another one.
Yeah, so that's the thing. So and I'm thinking that's how the episode was trying to be. The episode did want her to seem like, like you didn't think she was the Doctor. You don't know who she was. Like, for instance, if there was no big hoopla and no big rollout that, the Doctor's female, the Doctor's female. If you just watch this episode, you probably wouldn't know. You probably watching this show like, okay, where is the Doctor? But the more the show goes on, the episode goes on, then her personality starts sticking out more and stuff like that,
Yeah. It's like the show was aware that people were going to be skeptical about her.
Yeah.
And it was written in a way where we saw her grow into the character. We became more accepting of her as the Doctor.
Yeah.
As the episode went on. And so by the time the end showed up, I was like, oh shit. Oh man.
Yeah, I felt like the first episode
I was on board.
Right. I felt like the first episode purposely held her back, at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then let her shine. So yeah, I'm excited for episode 2 because in episode 2 now she has her memory back. Now she knows she's the Doctor, and she's going for the TARDIS. And plus they got that crazy ass cliffhanger and stuff like that. I want to okay, how the fuck they survive that?
Yeah. Now I want to.
She might be okay, but how they gonna survive?
Yeah. Now I want to see some Daleks. Let me see some Cybermen.
Exactly. Terminate, destroy.
Yeah.
Eli, we know way more about Doctor Who than I thought we did. What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
because we're fucking nerds, man. We're fucking nerds.
Yeah, but we reached a new level of nerddom, though. We were like at this level right here, like Spider-Man, Batman. Yeah, that's whatever. No, we're like Doctor Who now. We feel like we're cultured nerds now. Like Masterpiece Theater.
Sophisticated.
We're sophisticated nerds now. No more TV shows. I got probably no TV show, but fuck it, we'll talk about it later on. Let's get to the video game news. Video game news for those that are listening. I think next week or something like that. Red Dead Redemption is right around the corner. I know you're gonna get Red Dead Redemption 2, so just give me an alert. Check it out. It's not coming on PC. Boo. Fuck it. But hey, it is what it is. Xbox owners, I want to let you know that you've been bragging about Modern Warfare 2 for the longest and saying you got backwards compatibility coming. But the greatest game of all time has got backwards compatibility. You said nothing about it. This is the shit you should be bragging about. Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 just went back compatibility, and it plays better on the Xbox One than it ever played before. Why are you not bragging about this? Why are you not throwing this in our face? Eli, this is some shit that might make me want to get an Xbox.
Oh, yeah?
I won't, but it made me think twice. You know? So Xbox fans, you want to brag about some shit, that's the shit you need to brag about. Brag about some shit that we care about. We don't give a fuck about another shooter. Modern Warfare 2 and Battlefield this and what the fuck ever. It's like 50 of these fuckers out there. Give us some shit that we want to play that we haven't seen in a while. We are not going to get another good Metal Gear game because they fired the last guy that did the shit. So this is shit you be play some other shit other than fucking shooters. Okay, I'm tired of I'm off my rant. Okay. Can we get to the bread and butter podcast?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I like to say
we got a lot. We got a heavy load. Well, I got a heavy load.
You got a heavy load. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette while you're doing this. So yeah, like I said, this is the part of the podcast where we dig in deep and talk about the comic books that came out this week. And yeah, like I said, Eli's got a whole bunch of list of comic books he's got to knock out. I really don't have too many because I just want to talk about TV shows all day. But hey, it is what it is. But I did read a few books. So Eli, I'm gonna let you take it away because you got a whole bunch of books. So yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess since I see you read a DC book, I'll start out with the one DC book that I read. Awesome. And this is just in time for Halloween, Cursed Comics Cavalcade. Basically, heroes meet horror, 10 terrifying tales. So this is basically an anthology of horror stories in the DC universe. And it's basically, it's a throwback to like creepy Tales from the Crypt, Vault of Horror. We have a bunch of various spooky horror tales featuring your favorite DC superheroes. You got like Green Lantern fighting alien zombies in space. You got Wonder Woman tracking down this like monster siren that's been killing these sailors off this coastal island village. Swamp Thing. He had a cool story where he stops this genetic scientist from creating this plant virus that will destroy the earth. And it's Superman. Yeah, Superman is having these nightmares, having night terrors and shit.
Okay. Is it Batman?
No, he's waking up. He's like waking up and fucking using his heat vision and starting fires in the bedroom.
Well, I think
these nightmares are really. He
was having a nightmare of Batman or some shit, beating his ass.
Yeah, it's a bat. It turns out it was this Yadu. Yadu, is that his name? Xadu. Xadu. Xadu.
Xadu. Oh, did he have the Phantom King? Did he have like a mummy mask on or some shit?
Yeah.
That guy.
He's the first. He is the first prisoner of the Phantom Zone.
Yeah, he was from Grant Morrison and whatever. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah. So yeah, that was his story. Green Arrow and Black Canary fighting inner demons. A really cool story with Katana and Black Lightning taking on this like Japanese demon and shit that's killing kids. So it's like all these horror stories and shit, Robin, Damian Wayne, teaming up with Solomon Grundy to take on Professor Pig, who's been kidnapping all these kids and shit. Shit like that. But the coolest story was, the Batman story. Where he's tracking down this like serial killer slasher, So it's all these like horror movie slasher tropes and shit with Batman in it. So that was really cool. So it was just, like I said, it's just a fun horror book. Like I said, the cover was worth it alone. The cover, it's got Batman being attacked by zombie versions of his parents. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, he's on the grave that shows the cemetery with the Wayne headstones, and zombies are sprouting out through the graves, grabbing them and shit. So pretty cool image. Yeah, just a fun horror book, short horror stories with superheroes. So, yeah, 4 out of 5. A lot of fun.
Pretty cool. Okay. That's creepy Halloween story. Okay. Everybody seems to be getting
Yeah.
in the spirit, so yeah. Like I said, since you did a DC book, I'm gonna follow up with another DC book of my own. And like I said, I'm gonna do Superman #4. Like I said, another part in Brian Michael Bendis' book. I think this is Unity Saga Part 4. And how the book starts off is, like I said, we left off last time. Rogol Zaar and Jack Sewer have teamed up with every single criminal of the Phantom Zone, and they're here to invade Earth, which is already trapped in the Phantom Zone. Superman meets them head first, and he sees them coming. And Superman remembers last time he fought Rogol Zaar, he couldn't even beat Rogol Zaar. So now he sees an entire army with him also, so he attacks him, and Rogol Zaar kicks the shit out of him again. But while he's kicking the shit out of him, he's talking shit to him the whole time. He was like, they told me what your name means, Superman. Like, they call you Superman? You really got these people fooled, don't you? These backwater barbarians that you got everybody worship you as a god. See, you didn't see when I killed Krypton the first time. But I'm going to make damn sure you see it when I kill your second planet this time. And I'll make sure Superman, and then punches him to the earth and shit like that while everybody starts rushing towards him. Why? But he punched him so hard, he starts having a flashback of the time when he was hanging out with his son, Jonathan Kent, who Bendis has forgotten even exists in these books. Anyway, he's having a conversation with John, and John is mad. He's going around the junkyard just tearing up shit because he's frustrated like that. He like, Dad, I'm sick of this shit. Well, he didn't say shit, but anyway, he said, I'm sick of this. All these, they keep saying this negative stuff about us. They keep trashing us in the news. We should do something about it. And Superman tries to calm him down. He tells him, look, bullets can bounce off your chest all day long. That's what we're made to do. But you have to learn how to make insults, negativity, and disparaging comments bounce off your chest also. That's the hard part. We can do the other stuff. It's the hard part, because people will always say negative stuff about it, but we have to be the better person to ignore that stuff because we're superhuman. And we need to set an example for other humans that they can be at that level also. Because when we're at our worst, that means that they can be at their worst also. For instance, if I went and just attacked every negative person that came after me, you know how negative I'd be? For instance, honestly, I would have killed Batman like years ago. Like, I would just ripped his head off and just kicked it in the sun. He was like, wait, what? He was like, yeah, but every time Batman does some fucked up shit, instead of getting mad at him, I would step back for 5 minutes, analyze what's going on, and Batman would do something and show me why he's one of the greatest humans to have ever walked the planet. Because that's why he's my brother. And then the next day he turns around and does the shit all over again. But that's what you have to do, John. Instead of you thinking negative about the same person thinking negative about you, you have to basically imagine everybody that eventually, even if they're at their worst right now, they have the potential to be their best, and eventually they will show you their best. It doesn't matter who they are, they will eventually show you their best. He was like, thanks, Dad. Anyway, he wakes back up and he sees Jack Sewer getting ready to kick his ass also. So Superman takes Jack Sewer and try to get him away from the rest of the Kryptonian army that's rushing down to kill him. And he was like, Jack Sewer, look, you and I hate each other. We've always hated each other, stuff like that. But why are you running with this guy? He was like, because we both hate you, Kal-El. You're like, do you know who this guy is? This guy claims he killed Krypton. And Jack Sewer said, you're lying. And Superman looks at him like, you really think I'm lying, Jack Sewer? When have you ever known me to lie? And then he doesn't say anything. He was like, but I want you to look in the back history of this guy that you're running with and think about that. So he just leaves Jack Sewer and just runs off. So he calls the Justice League. He has Adam in Star Labs. He also has Flash there also. He's like, okay, I need you guys to figure out a way how to get the Earth out of the Phantom Zone, because the longer the Earth stands in the Phantom Zone, it's going to be poisoned and kill everybody on the planet. And Adam says, look, Supes, I have a way to get Earth out of the Phantom Zone, but it's crazy. You're not going to approve of it. And Superman's like, look, I already know you're going to shrink the Earth, throw it in the Phantom Zone, and kick us back out of it. I already know. Just do the shit. And so, but before he does it, Superman does a super tornado, kicks every single Kryptonian criminal off the planet, and then personally grabs Rogol Zaar and flies about the planet and said, Adam, do it. And so, as soon as he takes Rogol Zaar off the planet, the Earth shrinks into like a little minuscule atom, disappears. And then he throws Rogol Zaar on the Phantom Zone surface world planet, and Rogol Zaar like, so you're stuck in the Phantom Zone with me because you have no way of getting back. And Superman just looks at Rogol Zaar like, I've been in worse places than this. And Rogol Zaar stands up, dusts himself off, and smiles like, oh, no, you haven't, Kryptonian. Oh, no, you haven't. And then that's how the book ends. So 2 minutes in the Phantom Zone, trapped with Rogozar, with no way of getting home, with a guy that he can't beat. So, and he can't kick him off and banish him either. So I'm interested. Like I said, I don't know why people are hating this book right now, because honestly, I thought this book was fucking awesome, and it's getting better with every issue. It feels Superman-y, with him giving life lessons to Jonathan Kent. And if you pay attention to the parallels of the story, the same life lessons he gave to Jonathan Kent, he was giving the same life lesson to Jack Sir, his most hated enemy. He's trying to think the best of Jack Sir because he knows Jack Sir is a criminal that he hates, but he knows Jack Sir in his heart of hearts loves Krypton. So once he tells him the truth, he knows that Jack Sir is going to do the right thing, even though he's a fucking evil alien. Awesome book, man. 4.5 out of 5, man. Bendis is doing it. Comic Cast, why do you hate this book? I'm calling you out. I'm putting you to task. Boogie. Gomer. So, Adam Wade Adams, you too.
Because Donnie Cates didn't write it.
Because Donnie Cates didn't write the book. Brian Michael Bendis, y'all. That's all I got to say on there. But yeah, I'm going to let you go. We're going to get shit on it. I already know.
I guess I'll move on to Marvel. Did you read a Marvel book?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did.
Right, we'll move on to Marvel.
Did I? I don't know. I did read about it. Yeah.
Okay. So my only Marvel book I got. So, and this is The Immortal Hulk #7. Now this book is great. Yeah, this book is great. This might be the book of the week, the book of the year. Fuck it. This was that. It was that dope.
6.5 out of 5. Let's go ahead and name this.
Just a big, bright, shining star like Dirk Diggler, motherfucker. So yeah, this is great. It continues this comic just continues to get better and better with each issue. Avengers finally tracked down the Hulk, and this book is just basically just a one big fight. Hulk versus the Avengers. And it's just dope. Hulk beats the shit out of everyone. Knocks Thor's tooth out. Makes She-Hulk cry. Fucking Black Panther suits like overloads trying to fight him and shit. And he rips Iron Man out of the Hulkbuster armor.
Oh damn.
Freaks out Tony Stark, And to the disapproval of the rest of the Avengers, fucking Tony Stark triggers this ultimate weapon, which is
he didn't tell everybody he had.
Yeah, it's like I'm going to use the Helio Ray or whatever the fuck it's called, and the rest of the Avengers like no, don't. We already got the town evacuated, but still you're going to destroy the town. And he's like, no, he's freaking out. Tony Stark is scared. He's out of his hour because he basically ripped him out of the armor. So it's just old, human Tony Stark. So he triggers the weapon, and it destroys the whole town, neutralizes Bruce Banner, and he's dead. But, he doesn't stay dead, because at night he turns back into the Hulk.
Right.
So they got to, they gotta get him back to the lab before Hulk resurrects and starts shit again. So that's what they do. They take him, they take his body, and the last page. You want me to spoil this shit?
I've already seen it. You go ahead and spoil. I've already.
Oh yeah, this was a fucking doozy. So they took Banner's body back to to imprison the Hulk, and they got him in the lab, but they chopped up his body, and they got each body part. Yeah, they got each body part in a different container. So the Hulk is basically dismembered in pieces, and he's in these different jars in a lab, and he's still alive, and he's pissed, but he can't do anything because he's in pieces.
Right.
So I just can't wait.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I was like, holy shit, I can't wait for the next issue. So yeah, this is just an awesome story, taking the Hulk back to the horror monster roots. And yeah, it's just like back in the day. He was just slapping the shit out of all the Marvel heroes. Old school, back when I was a kid. This is why it reminded me why I love the Hulk. You know what I mean? Because that's what he used to do. Nobody used to beat the shit. This is way before Thanos got the Infinity Gauntlet and all that bullshit.
Right, yeah.
This is when Hulk
beat the Hulk out of Banner.
Yeah, this is way before that shit.
Right.
So yeah, this is I'm just digging this book. I give it a 5 out of 5. Fuck it. I had a lot of fun. This is like just awesome.
It's old school Hulk. See, one of
Yep.
the greatest Hulk stories of all time is World War Hulk, and people love this story because Hulk is just beating the shit out of everybody.
Yeah.
So of course, you get
Yeah.
the book, we beating the shit out of people again. Yeah, it's what we want to see. We don't want to see Hulk getting bitched out.
And I remember when I was a kid, I was following this one where they separated the Hulk from Banner.
Mm-hmm.
This is like when I was a little kid when I was reading
like
Hulk.
the 80s or something. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like mid 80s or whatever. They separated Hulk from Banner, and the Hulk went on a rampage. He wasn't under control anymore, because he would turn back into Banner and everything would be good.
Right.
But now the Hulk would just on a rampage, uncontrollable.
There's no Banner to calm him down, right?
Yeah. So the X-Men, Fantastic Four, all the Avengers, Alpha Flight, was like a year. This went on for like a year where they were just trying to contain the Hulk, and the Hulk just spent the entire year just beating the shit out of everybody. And they finally had to, like Doc Samson had to finally like put the Hulk back in Banner to stop it. And that's when he became and that's when he became gray. That's when he became the Gray Hulk.
Yeah, kind of like merged.
He wasn't as powerful.
Yeah, but he wasn't as powerful.
And, he was smarter. That led to Joe Fixit and all that shit. And then I stopped reading after a while. And
shit, that's when it started getting good.
That's when I started smoking a lot of weed and started spending all my money on weed instead of comics. So I stopped.
Everybody has that phase. Yeah.
So yeah, that was my one Marvel book. So
okay. All right, so yeah, my one Marvel book is Avengers #9. And like I said, I haven't been keeping up with this. This is Jason Aaron's run. I haven't been keeping up completely with the book. But man, holy shit, this book was awesome. It's a good start from the beginning. So basically what happens at the beginning of the book, the Atlantean villain Tiger Shark has popped up and he's trying to attack some sea crew, something like that. And then to stop him, one of the crew's members happened to be Stingray. Now, for those who don't know Stingray, and that's like 99.9% of you don't know who Stingray is an old Avenger. Like, he's a Avenger back in the 80s, back when the Avengers were shit, and he would let anybody in the group, So he's one of those guys. He's one of those aquatic superhero stuff. Basically, he's underwater Iron Man, basically. So he fights Tiger Shark. They go underwater. They fight and stuff like that. And then they hear a voice that says, okay, you guys stop fighting. I have something to say. And turn around, and it's Namor with an army of sharks floating around him. And he like, look, you two are either going to join me or you're going to die. One or the other. But you're going to stop fighting. That I know that much for sure. And then Stingray looks at Namor. He's like, Namor, are you trying to do another Atlantis attack story arc again? Are you going to try to attack the surface world? That shit never works. You always do it and it never works. So look, Namor, let's just calm down. Let's have a discussion. Just talk about this. And Namor, like, I'm tired of talking. And he starts beating the ever-living shit out of Stingray. Beats him out of the costume while he's underwater. And then Stingray's like, no, please. And Namor, look, I'm tired of talking. Sharks, get him. And then the sharks just start swarming Stingray and eat the shit out of him. And you can hear him screaming in the background. While they're screaming, Namor turns around and looks at Tiger Shark. While they're still eating the shit out of Stingray, he was like, Tiger Shark, what's your answer? And Tiger Shark, I'm in. I don't know what the fuck you got planned, but I'm in. Don't worry about that. So they swim off while the sharks are still eating the shit out of Stingray. And then Tiger Shark is like, so Namor, what you got planned? I need to put a team together to fight our enemies. He's like, who is our enemies? And the enemies are, take a wild guess. The next page, they go back, I guess, 2 weeks earlier, and it's the Avengers underwater. The Avengers are underwater, swimming down to Atlantis. They get stopped by a whole bunch of Atlantis, soldiers, stuff like that. They beat the shit out of them because they're the Avengers, whatever like that. And while they're doing that, Black Panther is sneaking in, the back way trying to, contact Namor while they're fighting like huge whale monsters, shit like that. And then Namor catches Black Panther back there, and Namor is fucking triggered. Now, for those that know the history, Namor and Black Panther hate each other's fucking guts. But I won't get into why they hate each other's guts. So Namor sees them, they attack each other, they fight and shit like that. And then before shit gets like super ugly, the Avengers show back up. They all pop up in the same thing, like, Namor, stand down, calm down. We're not here to fight you. Like, so if you're not here to fight me, why is it taking like 8 of you to come down here and talk to me? So, and before they can even make a move, Namor swims past Black Panther so fast they can't even see him. He grabs Thor and Hulk fast and like holds both of them down, but they can't even make a move. Like, oh shit, what the fuck? Like he moves so fast he didn't even see him. So Tony is like, Captain Marvel, take him out now before this shit gets out of hand. So Captain Marvel like cocks back all the way, hits him with Namor with the strongest punch she got, shit like that, and Namor just looks at her after it's done. Doesn't even flinch. You know, and then he just says to her, you know how many women would kill to touch the bare chest of Namor? You're welcome. And she's looking like, wait, what? Like, you're fucking sick. And then he headbutts the shit out of Captain Marvel. Like, it's the last time you're going to touch me, you know. And he just goes to just beating these shit out of the Avengers. All of them, just kicking the shit out of every single one of them by himself. You know, Thor, Ghost Rider, don't even fucking matter. You know, and then while he's beating the shit out of the Avengers, Captain America is standing behind him. He like, Namor, stand down, or I'm the one you got to fight next, you know. And then Namor, like, is holding Ghost Rider's car in the air and just puts it down. He like, okay, you know what, Cap? You and I go back to the war. You're my old buddy. I'm going to give you a little while to talk. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to tell me why you here. And then after that, we're going to go back to fighting again. And so Captain America sits down and just talks to him like, look, Namor, I know you're mad. The Roxxon poachers had captured a bunch of your, you know, people, killed them, hung them over the side of the boat. And I know you want vengeance. You want to murder these guys, but you can't do that. He was like, so why don't you just give the guys to us? And then was like, okay, I'm going to give you back the guys. But I don't ever want to see any of you Avengers ever come back to Atlantis again. That is the rule. And he's like, okay. So Namor gives him the prisoners that he took captured from Roxxon. He said, and they didn't kill him. And they said, we're going to take these prisoners, we're going to put them in like a desert area where Namor can't get to them, you know. So after they leave, and then we cut back to, you know, forward time period, and then was like, so the Avengers took the prisoners, and they thinking I can't get to them. They're wrong. I've already killed those guys. Because the toilet that they put the cell in with those guys, he flooded the toilet. Flooded so much that it drowned them. In like their own shit and piss, you know. So they're dead. So he like, you know what, I put a team together, but I'm not going to invade the surface world. They can have the surface world. But if they ever come down here and attack the ocean, I'm going to be ready for them. And you pan out, and Namor has his own Avengers team called the Defenders of the Deep. You see like Tiger Shark back there, Orca the Killer Whale, who fought the Avengers and beat them by him damn self. Some other guys I don't know, but it's all like familiar ocean people that have been in Marvel Comics before. They're like back there behind him. He got his own team, like ready to fight anybody. And that's how the book ends. So yeah, honest dude, cool ass story. But I was watching this shit. I hadn't read a good Namor book in a while, because Namor used to be that guy.
Yeah.
You know? And just like Hulk used to beat the shit out of people, Namor, when he gets pissed, beats the shit out of people too. He beat the shit out of the Hulk. You know, when he is pissed. So this is like when he's like super. And the thing is, I like how they reference where like he used to be an Avenger. Everybody keeps forgetting he used to be an Avenger also. You know, he was on the team. Cap recruited him. They're old friends and buddies like that. So Cap was if Cap wasn't there, no telling what he might have done to the Avengers. Cap was the only guy that can calm him down. Because Black Panther wasn't gonna do it. He would have rip Black Panther's head off and throw it in the sun or some shit. You know? So yeah, I'm gonna give this book a 4.5 out of 5. The next book I think is gonna be the Avengers versus Namor's Defenders team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So all I got.
All right. Well, I guess I got a bunch of indies from Image. I'll go with Bully Wars #2.
Okay. Cool.
So Scotty Young, the story about this bully named Rufus, who is the biggest bully in middle school, but then he enters high school and he starts to get bullied by the bigger bullies. And there's this thing called the Bully Wars, which determines which bully will rule the school. They have every year this competition. He hasn't been invited to it. So his victims, this group of nerds that Rufus was bullying in middle school, they decide to help him out, help him win the Bully Wars. In exchange, you know, if they help him win, then he'll leave them alone. You know, and basically they're off limits of being bullied. So that's the deal they make. So this issue, it's just basically we find out a little more about Rufus and the nerds, that they have a lot more in common. They all like the same sci-fi and comic stuff. And then they start training him. They start training him the different bullying skills, We learn about the villains, the different bullies at the school, and all their abilities and all that stuff. So it's just really fun, over the top and cartoony. Yeah, Scotty Young. So enough said. It's it's just fun comic shit. So yeah, 4 out of 5.
Okay, sound like a weird ass. Well, it sounds like an interesting, like original concept. So
Yeah. And then I guess that's still me, huh?
Oh yeah, I'm done.
Right. I'll go with Murder Falcon, another book from Image.
I heard about that one. Yeah.
Yeah, this was fun too. Another fun read. Now this is about a dude named Jake, and he's a metalhead. He plays guitar, but he's been down and lonely lately. He's not even in the greatest of moods. His band's broken up. His girlfriend, I think, may have died. It's all in a flashback. So, but I think that's what happened. But anyways, he's just sad and lonely these days. Emo, not in the mood for much of anything. But then the city, it gets attacked by these giant kaiju monsters. And then there's the superhero, like, giant bird named Murder Falcon. He shows up. He looks like, he's kind of like Big Bird with a giant robot arm. And he tells Jake that, he needs his help. And that he has to play his guitar to give Murder Falcon the power to slay the monsters. So Jake plays his guitar, and it lights up with, like, lasers and lightning bolts, and it kills the monster. And Murder Falcon tells Jake that the world, because all the world's, like, depression and anxiety and the negativity, all that negative energy that's been going on in the world, it opened up this portal to another dimension where these giant monsters are now entering our world. So, but there's this certain music and instruments that can fight them, particularly metal. So that's where he comes in. And so Jake ends up snapping out of his emo bullshit and starts rocking again. He picks up the guitar, starts rocking again. Book was a lot of fun, especially if you're a fan of metal. You'll have a lot of fun with it. It just, for me as a metalhead, as a fan of metal, being in a metal band, I found it a lot. It was a nice comment on how metal gets a bad rap, and people ask why you're so angry, why you listen to that angry music, and they don't understand. Well, it makes me not angry anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I play my drums. I hit drums so I don't have to hit people. It's a cathartic release. It's an outlet for my aggressions, and it makes me feel empowered. So I like that aspect.
It's kind of like the violent video game argument.
Yeah.
People saying when they play these shooters, actually makes them less angry when they play these games.
Yeah, you like live vicariously through this virtual world and stuff. And this book there was a lot of metaphorical like comparisons, like how, like, basically the theme of the book was like how your art or your passion or your hobbies are basically that's what can defeat your demons, your sadness, your anxiety, or whatever ails you. If you have something that you're passionate about, that you love doing, that's your salvation. And that's basically the message of this book. So that's what I really dug about it. So yeah, Murder Falcon, 4 out of 5.
So let me ask you this. Like I said, when we read metal, like Dark Knight's Metal, I heard metal. So when you read this book, did you hear metal?
Yeah, I mean, he's saying I'll do an E chord, or I'll do and it has the the captions like round, those guitar chords and shit.
Okay, because in my opinion, I think that elevates the book when you hear music, anything like whether it's metal or whatever. Like when you hear the soundtrack to it,
Yeah, and it just shows him, and he's got he's just an average looking dude. He's not all muscular like the guy from Brutal Legend, that video game. He's just a chubby, stocky dude with long, shaggy hair, and he's got a guitar, and he's just like wow, and he's rocking. So yeah, it's just a lot of fun. I dug on it, and yeah, that's about it. I mean, for this week, Image was killing it the last couple of weeks. I read a ton of Image books. Dead Rabbit was a good one. Juke Joint is a horror book. If you can stand the violence and gore, I suggest everybody check out Juke.
I heard about that one. Yeah.
Yeah, Juke Joint was really good. Yeah, so that's about all I got. So.
Okay, I was prepared for you to just keep going, but okay. Oh well, okay. Well, I guess that's it. Like I said, if you listen this long, definitely like, share, and subscribe. We have our other podcast. We have our sister podcast, Geek Savs, who are cranking up and going overtime during the Halloween October month. You know.
Yeah.
We also have Comic Cast, like I said, with those guys over there. We have this Geeks and Comics. I'm pretty sure they're cranking out new stuff too. Get Valiant just celebrated their 100th episode. You know, so
just cute.
Yeah, give a shout out to those guys. Yeah. What else we got? This Voodoo TV. We have Instruments of Destruction, which I don't know how Gomer's gonna cope with that because I think those books are coming to an end.
Oh damn.
Yeah, so they're gonna keep it going some kind of way. I don't know.
The Transformers or something? Did they lose the contract or something like that?
I don't know. I think those books are coming to an end. I think they're ending.
Yeah, I heard something about the Transformers books, like they were ending something. Like this last run, which was like the final run or something. Yeah.
You know what? Maybe we should listen to the podcast and find out. Maybe. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, and Hoodoo TV. So yeah, so that's all the ones we got. Yeah, like I said, we got another episode. We will come back next week with something else. We'll probably talk briefly about Daredevil. No, I will not have the entire episode watched by the time this new podcast come out, so don't expect me to. I'll get to it when I get to it. You know. That being said, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
And we'll talk to you guys next week. Same bullet time, same bullet channel. Oh, bad boy.